Should you draft Sam LaPorta in fantasy football this year? Well, let's talk about it. Sam LaPorta is a lot like a Ubisoft game in that he's fun and he's exciting to play with, but can't help but think that you might be able to get a little better value for your money somewhere else. So LaPorta finished last year as the tight end 8. He's currently going as the tight end 4 and the 51st overall player. Listen, last year LaPorta was one of those disappointing players. He was drafted as the tight end 1, finished as tight end 8. Not what you wanted to see. But I do think a lot of that can be explained with the simple fact that he was injured. Early in the season, he picked up an ankle injury that I think caused his bad start and really limited early in the season. Because you see, if you look at his games from last year, early in the season, bad. Later in the season, good. And because of that, though, those things averaged together to mid, which is where he was at the end. The main statistical fall off for LaPorta last year was his target share. He dropped 6.1% compared to his rookie year. I do think it's important though if you look at it over time, first couple games of the season, 10% target share. By the second half of the season, 19% target share. It really was just he got off to a bad start that I think can be attributed to that ankle injury. So if you assume that he comes into the season not injured, because you can't really predict injuries in fantasy, it's like trying to predict where lightning's going to strike, which you kind of can do, but that's not the point. I think that you have to view LaPorta as kind of like midway between where he was last year and where he was his rookie year. Listen, I think the loss of Ben Johnson is going to hurt LaPorta more than other people in the Lions offense because LaPorta was the creative guy, the guy Ben Johnson used in creative ways, and I think that the new OC, from what I've read, will not be as creative. He hasn't historically used tight ends as creatively or as prominently as Ben Johnson used LaPorta, but I do think that LaPorta is talented enough that you'd be kind of stupid, in my opinion, to not feature him as, honestly, a 2A or 2B along with Jameson Williams behind Amon-Ra St. Brown. I do think that where he's going is fine. He's a 51st overall player, mid-5th round pick. I do think that it's important to I feel weird about his pricing because, yes, he's cheaper than the Kittle, Bowers, and Trey McBrides of the world, but he's significantly more expensive than the Kelceys, Evan Ingrams, Mark Andrews of the world. He's right in there with TJ Hawkinson in a range where I feel like I either want to pay the extra premium for the really good tight end or wait until the later rounds to get one of the guys who I think has upside. So I don't know. LaPorta's a good player, and but what I think you're doing with him is you're betting on the bounce back. You're betting that LaPorta isn't going to be this mid-range guy who's good but not great. He's going to be great, and he's going to be up there with Bowers and McBride. Because of that, I'm giving him a B because you're betting on something happening that hasn't happened